You're watching the Arsenal vodcast. Jack Wilshere was Arsenal's Carling Cup man of the match on Tuesday night, and he admits the 4-1 win was even sweeter because it came against Tottenham.
Yeah, definitely. I've never played in an Arsenal Spurs game either. I played for Bolton against Spurs, but it's not the same. Like, the atmosphere was great here tonight, and our fans were wonderful, and they always are when they come here. So it was especially great to get the win against Tottenham. But hopefully we can see what we get in the next round and look forward now.
Henri Lansbury opened the scoring at White Hart Lane on his first start for the club. And the 19-year-old reminds Arsène Wenger of an old Arsenal favourite.
He has not played for a long time, and he is that kind of player. He's a bit a Reparler type, you know. Up and down, fantastic engine, good attitude, and he smells when you have to be in the box. He's a player when you get when the cross is coming from the other side, he's always in there. He scores always goals.
In Arsenal folklore, there are few that match the story of Liam Brady. The man they call Chippy arrived at Arsenal in 1971 as a fresh-faced 15-year-old, and within 2 years had signed professional terms and made his debut. He was capped by Ireland the following season in 1974-75 as he became an integral part of the first team. But it was towards the end of the 70s where Brady blossomed and became the inventive mastermind of 3 consecutive FA Cup finals. Something he would never have dared to dream as a youngster in Ireland.
No, you it's one step at a time. You're kind of dreaming that you might get into the first team, or you might play in a cup final, or you might play for your country. But when all those things come true, it's the best feeling that they can be.
That feeling was closely followed by the one when he was immortalised on the outside of the new stadium.
I felt very proud, to be amongst, all the all-time greats that have played for Arsenal. It must have been a difficult job because there's some up there I myself would have put up on the walls. Some of the guys I played with were tremendous players.
To the agony of the fans, Brady departed in 1980 to join Juventus after over 300 appearances for the Gunners. But upon returning to Arsenal as head of youth development only months before the arrival of Arsène Wenger in 1996, Brady has left an even greater legacy. His combination with the manager producing a remarkable production line of talent.
To have a manager with his policy of not really going for established players and paying huge transfer fees, the fact that the club had to go through this transition from Highbury to the Emirates and maybe save on transfer fees, I think has created a really good situation for our young players. And Wenger has shown right from the very start, when he put Anelka in at 17 years of age, that he's not frightened of sticking young players into the team. And I think I've got a crop of young players, and we've had Ashley Cole was probably our best young player around that time, and Wenger threw him in as well, Arsène threw him in as well. And within 10 games Ashley had played for England. And we've got boys of that quality, I think, at the moment at the club, and I think Arsène can look forward to an awful lot of good young players coming through at Arsenal.
Throughout his tenure, Brady has unearthed and developed many gems, a process that fuels his enthusiasm.
Ability excites people like myself, former players. We have a lot of former players at the club working in the academy, and I think that's a huge plus, because they know players, they know what the game's all about, and I've got a very good scouting staff. We've been very good with our recruitment over the last 5 or 6 years, and we've got some very, very good young boys at the club. Even at the ages now of 11 and 12, we're very excited with what we see coming through.
The recent full international debuts handed out to Jack Wilshere and Kieran Gibbs are a source of great pride to Brady and his staff.
To see boys that you start coaching and trying to develop at 8, 9, 10 years of age, like some of these kids are, and you see them go on and play for their country at Wembley in front of 70,000 people. It's a great feeling for everybody at the academy, but also for the boys themselves. I'm well pleased for them because they deserve it. they really are a dedicated lot of kids here, and they want to make it. And I think the club can have something to look forward to with this group of players.
Throughout over 20 years of service as both player and academy director, Brady has been a class act and is regarded by Arsenal fans in the highest esteem.
Legend is the word. I mean, for a guy my age, I mean, Brady was the one that you watched, Stapleton, all the Irish crew, and I mean, the man is a legend, and that's all that can be said about him. But it's fantastic to see him still with Arsenal. That's lovely to see players who are still, you know, they move off the pitch, but they still move into the background with the staff, and that's fantastic, and it's great for us because they're still there, players that we remember from the past.